It's the JT Cho Show!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, everybody, to finally another edition of the JT Show. I'm your host, JT. Looking a little straggly right now. Today's March 29th, 2021. It's like 4:40 in the morning. I just finally stayed up and I finished my $100,000 puzzle. It's this puzzle that I've been talking about on my podcast where it makes a QR code. There's no picture. It's all green and black. 500 pieces. My roommate Aaron helped me put together a lot of it too, but I finished the last half by myself all day today. So here's the video on how much money I won. My name's JT, as you know. I just completed the David Dobrik puzzle. Finished at about 4 o'clock in the morning. I got that all done. So here's the app. I took the picture almost there for the reveal. So let me type in the code. And we're going to see how much money I win. All right, I just typed in my code. $0.25. I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed my humor. Lots of shout outs, by the way. Big shout out to V Villarreal, all the way up in Alaska, for putting me on a Snapchat story. Really appreciate that. Push the viewers back to the JT Show podcast, which usually comes out weekly, but we'll get to that here in a minute. Big shout out to Nick Minerath and his podcast. It's called the Cape Cod Kid Podcast. It's available where podcasts are available. He talks about basketball, finance. Finances was one of his last ones. But he talks about basically like what it's like to be a professional basketball player overseas. If you check out season 2, episode 1, you'll catch yours truly on it. But old time friends, different life, career paths. But it's definitely a good podcast to check it out. So check it out. My boy Reggie from community college as well. Google Reggie's Urban Jungle on YouTube if you like snakes and stuff, and if you like animals, he's really into that. He's got a lot of good content, and it's not for me because I just don't care for snakes. Not that I'm scared, I just don't want to be handling them. But if you like that stuff, definitely go check that out. That's Reggie's Urban Jungle. Let's talk about episode 71. So I recorded an episode. It was roughly about 45-50 minutes, and then I was like, okay, let me download it. And I downloaded it, and then I was like, all right. So I recorded it on my PC and saved it. Then I uploaded the original file, and the audio is like, hello, I'm Jake, and then the whole entire time, and I was like, is there any way to fix this? Is there a way to boost audio? No, it just cut out. I don't know what happened. So I lost 45 minutes of my life. I mean, shit, I just lost like fucking 15 hours on this puzzle for 25 cents. Thanks, David. But yeah, I had to work on this puzzle, and I'm glad this puzzle's done. Okay, don't ever have to fucking worry about this puzzle ever again. It was terrible. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I kind of want to set it on fire, but, I finally got that done. But yeah, I had to get that done because, what if it was like the $10,000 one and not just a stupid ass 25-cent one? Please forgive me though. Thanks to the JT Show. Like I said, weekly this will come out. Today's Monday. This will be releasing on Monday. I'm hopefully going to have another episode for y'all on Thursday. Let's talk about the tourney, by the way. University of Michigan going to the Elite Eight without Livers. We've been playing well. I think our worst game was definitely the game. It was the second game of the tournament for Michigan. I'm drawing a blank to who they almost lost to. But today we played a 4 seed Florida State. Michigan handled their own very well. We shot the 3-ball well. FSU didn't make a single 3-pointer in the entire first half. LSU was the tough opponent, and the problem with LSU is we couldn't get the ball across court. Every wing-to-wing pass kept getting picked. LSU was getting so many offensive rebounds, and even against Texas Southern, you said, well, we won that game, but we gave up way too many rebounds, and LSU took advantage of that. Now, Florida State, they turned the ball over terribly. Michigan played good defense. My hair's a mess. Like I said, I've literally been working on this shit for like 9 hours today, and then I was like, you know what? I gotta, after failing to make any real profit off of a contest, there's stuff I gotta get off my chest, unless I just be going to sleep all depressed because I only won 25 cents when I spent like 15 hours on it. But besides Michigan in the tournament for the Elite Eight, my bracket was horrible this year. It's probably one of the worst brackets I've had in a long time. Not that I picked all the winners. Like all the first placers. Not like I, picked all the 1 seeds to win, 2 seeds. No. I picked some upsets. It's just I didn't pick them very well. Right now in the Elite Eight, tomorrow night on CBS at 7:15 Eastern Time, you get Oregon State versus Houston, and then at 9:57 on CBS, you get Arkansas versus Baylor, and then Tuesday you'll get USC versus Gonzaga at 7:15 p.m. Following is the UCLA Michigan game, TBS, 9:57 Eastern Time, and that's on Tuesday. So besides me, I was using my PC because I was like sharing the screen and I was like going through where I fucked up. I really broke down my bracket, and I thought you guys would have enjoyed that. There's still time to do it. I just got to make sure that the audio issue never happens again. Because, not only am I recording a podcast with the guest, it would have been just as bad. Like, my dog scared me. It probably would have been worse, but, by myself, motivation was at an all-time low. The boys were ready to play video games, but, you just got to get back in the grind. I got to get back in the running grind. Like I said last time, another update I was going to give you from the last podcast. I told you, hey, I'll share where I'm at for my miles. So I found a nifty thing to do through the app on your iPhones. This month I've only ran 22.5 miles. So 22 plus 13 is 30, so 35.8 we'll call it. And Uh, 5 plus 7, that's 12. So only, oh man, I know that seems super far behind. Okay, I know I told you I'm running 1,000 miles this year, but I've only gotten about 42, maybe 43 miles this year. But I will do it. Okay, this puzzle. I'm blaming the puzzle, you know, for my basement not getting done yet. There's so many other projects, but again, this could have been worth money. Maybe I'm a little bit of a gambler, okay? Who knows? But was it worth it? No. Okay, but the chance to win real money, you never know if you didn't do it. But I went up to Earl's. We talked some business strat. Um, we had a good time there. We went golfing, and let me tell you about my first 2 times golfing for the year. Hit the old Lake Leanne course. That's like the course I grew up on, so I know how to. I really know the course layout. It just depends how well you play. My drive was great. Putting was great. Rest of my game was garbage. So then I go out. Me and Earl originally were going to do 9 holes out where he lives at. I forgot the course's name. We played like the Red Fox 9 and the Whitetail 9. The very first hole, this makes me feel special as a golfer. I was like, hey, is that the green? He's like, yeah. I was like, I'm going to hit it on the green. Bam. Hit it around the green, 2-putted, got a birdie. Should have stopped right there. And the very next hole got a 7. So through 2 holes to go off, I was 2 over par. I was having a pretty good day. Their hazards are unforgiving at that golf course. So you got to keep it in the fairway. It's tough. It's not that tight of a course, so, and every now and then you get to open up. We had so much fun on the first 9. We're like, hey, you want to shoot another 9? I was like, hell yeah, dude, don't gotta tease me with a good time. So ended up hitting another 9 after that, and then we went to this place called Kazupi's Pizza. Dave Portnoy. You won't be watching this, but you need to go to try a Kazupi's Pizza. It's pretty good. We plowed through that. Ended up watching Crocodile Dundee. Tons of non-PC. I mean, if you showed that movie to today's standards, cancel culture. Sorry, Crocodile Dundee, you gotta go. But was it a funny movie? Yeah, classic. It was. For my opinion on those works, I sort of like. I think it was Looney Tunes, but one person put hey, is this wrong? Yes, but we should keep the original artwork so we can have a future discussion about it. That's kind of neat because people are afraid to have that discussion, so they'd rather just get rid of it. But thankfully, digital download Crocodile Dundee was pretty funny. I ended up watching the new Spider-Man, which what a cool spin, I'm not gonna. This is Far From Home. I really did. I liked it a lot. Jake Gyllenhaal plays a really good character. Not like, oh, he's a great character, but he plays his role really well. I like the humor in it. Overall, it's not my favorite. My favorite is probably either Thor Ragnarok or Civil War. One of those two. Really excited for the new Thor movie to be coming out, and then thanks to COVID, the Black Widow movie got pushed back. So I've been waiting to see that because it's got some really good actors in that as well. It's got the sheriff from Stranger Things, and no, I'm not a Stranger Things meathead. I watched the first season, plowed through it. I was like, wow, this is really good. And the second season came out, and I was like, I don't care anymore. So I haven't seen anything Stranger Things past season 1. Stand-up comedy update. Dude, my hair is ridiculous, dude. I might get it cut tomorrow. Who knows? No, I'm still performing at Wiley's Comedy Club in Dayton, Ohio. Ohio's oldest comedy club. It's a Sunday show. It's for open mics. So it's the only thing that I've gotten booked now. That's something that, I need to start doing more, and I got to figure that out. I got to figure out how to get out there, and hopefully it's late, but hopefully with the content, that I've been writing, hopefully it kills. So someone can be like, hey, we should get you more practice. Another shout out I want to say is a big shout out to Star Damage. If you go to Star Damage Music on Twitch, or if you go to Star Damage on Spotify, you'll find a link to their songs. They played a live concert. It's my friend and his coworker's band. I've been talking about them on the podcast recently, but man, was their live show good. And it makes me appreciate how talented my friends are and what cool people I grew up with, and they support this junk, my podcast, but they're producing very good work. The cool thing is now that the ball is going to start rolling, we're going to get more bands in here to interview, some more local bands. I've been asked once by somebody that we've interviewed before on his new project. And then I also asked Star Damage because, it was such a good performance. You can catch their shows on twitch.tv/Star Damage Music. Man, dude, what kind of a tool wears his hat backwards? I do. If you're watching this on YouTube, you already know what it is. But if you're listening to this in the car, my hair's a mess. I'm very tired, and I'm wearing a hat backwards, which is kind of a douche move. Okay, Baker Mayfield. No, I'm just joking around. No, I'm thankful because stand-up comedy is definitely my number one path, right? But I like streaming. Got a couple new followers this week, so my daily goal right now is to start doing 5 a day when I start streaming. Put it at the bottom of the screen. I really enjoy streaming. I feel like I'm hitting another level of apex. I'm not great, but to where I can start winning more games than just one a night. My roommate Aaron, he's like, yeah, we're going for 10 Fortnite wins today, and I was like, Jesus, if I could just get 10 Apex wins in a week. Not a week. On a good night I get 2 or 3, but I'm not like Timmy or anybody spectacular, but yeah, I'll definitely have more time for streaming. I've been slacking on that for sure. But, like I said, I'm blaming this puzzle for everything. The pros and cons, though, of episode 71 getting deleted. I feel like I rushed it, to be honest. When I recorded it and then when I finished, I was like, oh man, I don't feel like that was that good of a show. But sometimes you have bad shows, and I don't like to edit it, and I don't like to, cut things out and polish it off. I want to have a human conversation with somebody, and yeah, there's practicing and getting better at saying lingo and not stuttering and saying and things like that, and then comes with experience and all that other jazz, and but it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't that good because I was trying to do more than just talk to you. Like I was like pulling up graphics and things like that, so I was a little distracted. I didn't have my young Jamie, so I just got to get better at those things. And not saying, but those are the things that I need to get better at to produce better content for you, and that's personally what I'm working on every day. Now, I'm also, again, I'm running 1,000 miles this year, I promise you, and I know I'm only on 42, possibly 43, so tomorrow I'm definitely waking up the run. I've got to start putting in the miles. I will do a couple. I need a new pair of running shoes. There's so much I need / want. Like I didn't need new golf clubs at one of those, but new running shoes, and I want to get a new running hat, one that you can just like wear and sweat through and things like that, because my hair's all over the place right now. But I'll be updating you guys every single week on how many miles I'm at, and I was gonna do my weight, but I'm self-conscious about it. Like after the weekend that I had, to where I had a little drink of booze or two with a buddy, and we ate pizza. Yeah, I gained a few pounds, but that's all for tomorrow when I have a nice and long run. I'm hoping to do 4 tomorrow, so we can just get that ball rolling and get started. Hopefully we're going to be playing some 5-on-5 basketball this Wednesday safely with a controlled group, not against like a bunch of randoms, but with people that like we all know. I'm ready. I'm ready to get out there. I'm ready to play some 5-on-5 basketball. I am double vaccinated, but I know that's not the end-all cure to everything. It's, lowers the risk and all that jazz and yada, yada, yada. But I take my vitamins and hopefully trying to live a healthier lifestyle, will keep me and my people and keep me and the people that I surround myself with healthy. Because you never want to give somebody COVID, because then you just feel like a dick, for sure. What else? Oh, I'll explain something. So I was talking with my boy Garvin, and he was explaining to me that he watched a podcast, and they were giving their top 10 films of all time, and a lot of people, including the people who were picked Star Wars and The Empire Strikes Back as like their favorite Star Wars, or like that's the movie that made the cut. And he was like, why that movie? And in my words, I just explained like, yeah, A New Hope was like groundbreaking, special effects, lightsabers, everything, galaxy battles, spaceship battles, like basically it was revolutionary. But you get that sense of, oh, Luke got away, and he's gonna train, and he's gonna bring balance to the Force. But episode 2, well, not 2, 5, The Empire Strikes Back, you've got like the AT&T walkers, you've got all the people lined up outside the rebel base on Hoth, and they're all in like little bunkers, and they're ready for a battle, and the Empire's just bringing the shit house against them. And just seeing those like visuals and just like how they scaled it, there's so many things that happen. Like that's like the big breaker of like, hey Luke, tell me what you know about your father. oh, Obi-Wan told me you killed him. Then there's something, I must reveal that I'm your father. I'm your father. I mean, that's how it goes, okay? So there, there's the big plot twist reveal there for all you first timers, and if it's a spoiler alert, then I don't even. I'm glad it's spoiled. 4, 5, and 6, they're the OGs. 1, 2, and 3 are not as bad as everyone says they are. 7, 8, and 9, they're still good movies, but that's all I'm gonna say about that one. But I like Empire Strikes Back as my favorite classic movie, just because the ball gets a rolling. You mean Yoda? Talk backwards, I do. There's so much happening. Yeah, you blow up the Death Star in the first one, but the Empire brings down the hate in the second one. And, you get a little brother sister kissing action. So, it really drives them Southern crowds wild. Yeah, so that's kind of what I explained to him, how I feel about, episode 5, and why a lot of people agree that it's the best original trilogy. If you want to drop your favorite Star Wars in the comments box, you can. We can debate it. Another thing that we're doing this year, so you know that my secondary show is called The Picks. So we're going to be doing a live draft picks show for the NFL. So no, you can't watch it on the screen. We're going to be watching it and reacting together. But you have to watch it at your house. So as you watch it and we watch it, hopefully, I mean, there might be some, time delays and all that other jazz, but you'll be able to listen to us if you want to on Twitch about our reactions to the first round of the draft picks. So we're just doing first round, hopefully, but we still got to hash that out with Earl, Frank, and Cut. But whenever the NFL draft is, when I look at the date, you can tune into the Twitch and watch us, have at it. It's going to be April 29th at 8 p.m. Eastern. But you'll have to tune in for that for sure. Other than that, though, that's going to be it for episode 71. I know it's short, but again, I'd rather do quality than quantity, and I know the quality wasn't as good, and the quantity was very short, but there's always next time. Thursday, I'll hopefully be bringing you a longer show with more topics. But at the end of the day, when there's a puzzle that you could possibly win $100,000 off of, but there's no picture and it's a QR code and everything's the same 2 colors, don't do it. Don't ever buy it, okay? But it's been a pleasure, everybody. Thank you for the continued support. Hit the like button, hit the share button. Just tell your grandma that I'm a sweetheart, okay? There's lots more to come this year, I promise. I hope I'm not letting anybody down. I try to bring you guys the best content that I can. My goal one day is to golf 3 days a week, stream, and then go do stand-up comedy. And then on the weekends, stand-up comedy. Sunday is my off day, and then, right back to the same. But as for now, I'll continue to work my full-time job to support my full-time hobbies. And if my full-time hobbies ever turn into a full-time job, you know that I'll be one happy son of a gun. But signing up from the JT Show, I'm your host, JT. You guys have a good rest of your week. And go blue on Tuesday.